Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another episode, and as most of you guys know, I'm a pretty big watch guy. There is always something on my wrist, whether it's, the one that I'm rocking now, the purpose of this video, or say my OG analog watch. It's probably why I have the dirtiest watch tan, especially in the summer. And you guys have asked me a bunch of times if there's any alternatives in the smartwatch game outside of the Apple Watch, and that's what this video is all about. I see you out there. This guy is the TicWatch Pro. This guy has been out this year, but this model is specifically the 4G LTE version. That means you can run this guy with a SIM card inside and can run it completely independent of your phone, which is so nice, especially if you're using this guy to work out. You don't want to bring your phone around with you, and it just operates as its own standalone device. Let's start off first with pricing. Mobvoi, the guys that make TicWatch, have this set at $299. Right now you can grab it for $279, I think, for the next couple days. So act quickly, watch this review, think about it, and yeah, snag it for a couple extra bucks off. Let's maybe though switch to design first, and I am a huge fan of circular smartwatches. Maybe being an analog guy myself, I love the fact that it has a circular display. The squareness over on the Apple Watch is still something that doesn't appeal to me. Something about the aesthetic, I get that it's a screen, but I do prefer having a circular device on my wrist. That's obviously super personal preference, but I think there are a ton of you out there that will agree that the traditional watch look of having a circle kind of just looks better on the wrist. The second big feature, which is usually my main criticism of not only Apple Watches, but most smartwatches, I think having something on your wrist, the primary reason is to tell the time. That's why I'm wearing the watch, and usually you can't do that when it's off. That's of course to save battery, but the TicWatch has two displays. The traditional OLED, the one that you interact with to get all your notifications, swipe through the screen, but it also has an always on display, and that's LCD based, super energy efficient, and like the name implies, it's always on. So now when I'm glancing at my watch, just like that, I can always tell the time, see if I have notifications, see my step counter, and I think that's such a huge feature, and I wish every smartwatch had that feature because, like I said, the main reason why I'm wearing this guy is to tell the time. I'm kind of one of those people that hate pulling out my smartphone. Call me antiquated, call me old school, it's just something I like to have. And having that always on display doesn't hamper battery life. It still gets you around 2.5 days worth, and that's usually double than what you get over on the Apple Watch, which is around a day, maybe even a day and a half, depending how much you use the guy. Something really cool, if you actually shut off Wear OS and only have the LCD panel, you can get battery life for up to 30 days. Yeah, you can only tell the time, but that could be useful for extended trips. Maybe when you just want to rock this as a regular watch, because the number one thing that I still hate is the fact that you have to charge this every other day. The fact that I have to take this off my wrist and stare at my obtrusively horrible watch tan. On the back, we unfortunately do have a proprietary charger. Just make sure you don't lose it. Would love to see this being upgraded to USB-C in the future. You've also got the heart rate monitor on the back and a fairly simple design. You have the black metal around the outsides. You've got two hard buttons that you can press. One will activate the app or the menu drawer, and the other one will bring up your activity tracker. Inside, it's running Snapdragon Wear 2100, and it has been upgraded from the original TicWatch Pro to now have 1 gig of RAM on the inside, and I think that makes a huge difference. Using Wear OS, it's very fluid on the TicWatch. Swiping through menus, picking my workout, scrolling through emails, it's the most fluid Android smartwatch that I've used, and it makes such a big difference when this is the only device you're using and you choose to leave your smartphone at home. I've of course got mine paired with my Galaxy S10 Plus, and I actually ended up doing a lock your phone challenge where I use this guy as my only device for the entire day. You can get by, it's sometimes a bit tougher to get through some of the social pieces, but say making phone calls, browsing my emails, responding to texts, or even tracking and checking my incoming flights, I can get by just fine on the TicWatch. Having the LTE compatibility, of course, the main thing that I'm using this for is for working out. Here's a quick little montage of me in the gym with this guy.
We're live, baby.
Nick is doing chest.
Yeah, baby.
I'm doing some back. Let's get that timer on and start our workout. I myself in the gym am really focusing on kind of maintaining my body physique. I'm not looking to bulk up, gain too much more weight. I've done that in my younger years, and now I really focus 8 to 10 reps, 4 exercises of each muscle group. So say day 1, I'm on chest. The video that I shot this guy, I was working back. That's when I would do, say, 4 sets of 10 reps of, say, weighted pull-ups. Then I would switch to rows. That's another 4 by 10. Follow that up with some dumbbell rows, and to finish off, some ring work, some close grip pull-ups. So that's all focusing on one muscle group. There's a chest day, a back day, a leg day, and if I'm lucky, I can throw in some arms, something a bit smaller, maybe on the weekends when I'm feeling a bit tired. And that's my typical routine. I know that a ton of you have been asking. The TicWatch held up great. It not only tracked my steps, but my caloric consumption, and that's just a rough estimate. I did take kinesiology in school, so I know the range of how much calories you should be expending in a given workout, and this hit that ballpark most of the time. IP68, so of course water and sweat resistant. I do sweat buckets, especially when I'm, say, working legs, or I took this guy out on a couple of runs. It's great. Like I said, you can listen to music while you're on the go. You can leave your phone at home, because if you're wearing clothes that don't support having a phone this large in your pocket, they may be form-fitting. You usually don't end up having space for this guy. I get you can put it down in the gym, but when you're out and about on a run, you usually leave this guy at home, and I'll only have this guy. Love the fact that this now has 4G LTE. But yeah, that's been my TicWatch Pro review. Like I said, the best Android-based smartwatch that you can probably get right now at the moment. Don't sleep, as you can get 20 bucks off. I will leave, of course, links down below. If you want to see this guy as a giveaway, more than happy to ship it out to one of you lucky peeps. Just leave a comment down below. Of course, sub to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Go crush your workouts out there, and I will catch you in one of my next ones or in one of my vlogs. Peace.